Good afternoon, everyone. I want to talk about what I'm considering paper Christians. I was thinking about calling some calling it secular Christians, but I'm going to call it paper Christians. And by that what I mean is people on paper that say they're a Christian. Are you a paper Christian or are you an actual born again Christian in your heart? Excuse me. Now, my point is pretty simple, I think. On paper, people, hey, this is what I am, this is what I do. Are you a Christian? Do you follow the Bible? Do you even kind of attempt? And when you attempt to follow the Bible, do you make up justifications why you failed in some area? Well, I'm only human. I got stuck drinking that night. My question is, what were you doing in the bar? I'm just saying, I'm not trying to be a bad guy here, but all I'm saying is, if you were a born again Christian, you wouldn't be in the bar. So that temptation would never be there. Well, it wasn't my fault. I've been having trouble in my marriage, and she was coming on to me, and I was just lonely. Excuse me again. Okay. Why would that have happened? That's called fornication. It's in the Bible. So we keep on justifying different reasons and many reasons. That is called a paper Christian. Someone who says, listen, I go to church on Sunday. And there's where I will talk about the church building thing. We are in this belief that as long as you show up to a church building, you're okay. That's absolutely not true. And I've said before, I'm not 100% absolutely opposed to church buildings. You stop using that as an excuse. Well, I win. Good for you. It's like going to your work, but not really working. I showed up at my job. I did nothing all day, but I showed up. That's, I'm not trying to demean anyone or anything like that, but come on, think about that for a moment. And a lot of people who show up to work and do nothing. You do 3 times the work. I'm not saying that they're lazier or you're the greatest of all time, but all I'm saying is those people, But we have to stop this whole idea of paper Christians, and we're gonna have more. And I made a video about Kanye West, and let me tell you something. There's gonna be a lot more, I think, actors making Christian a mainstream thing, but a twisted version of it. I'm telling you right now, I'm a Christian. That's like, what's that? There's a wrestler there, Shawn Michaels. He's part of those Heartbreak. I don't see I'm dating myself, but back in the WWF days, excuse me again as I cough. Back in the WWF days, he was a wrestler. I think he might still be. I'm not 100% sure. I don't follow that anymore. So, he professed to be a born-again Christian. But you're on a wrestling show, swearing, fighting, throwing beer balls at people, making sexual innuendo jokes. This is what I mean by the paper Christian. You're not a Christian. I'm sorry, you're not. And people get the wrong idea of what it is. Get the right idea. Pick up the King James Bible, even the Geneva Bible, and read it. And find out what it is. Stop listening to certain ministers and pastors and priests who kind of omit certain things. Sometimes they'll give you a scripture, but they'll leave out a word. One word. Sometimes one word can make a difference in a sentence. I'm just saying. So we need to stop being paper Christians. There's so many out there. Just so many people who say, I'm a Christian. How? How are you a Christian? I watch, and there are no fruits to being a Christian. Am I saying people don't make mistakes? No, everybody makes mistakes. Do I get angry once in a while when I shouldn't? Absolutely. And I feel bad for it. And in my own time, I ask for forgiveness for that anger. I shouldn't have gotten mad. But I find those to be a little bit simpler things than, excuse me again, fornicating and swearing incessantly, listening to secular rock music, and all those things. I'm like, well, I slipped up. That's not slipping up. You willfully chose. Those are willfully chose to sin. You didn't get caught up in a moment. Getting cut off in traffic, you're like, jerk. It's not cool. But you get caught up in a moment. I got to be honest, I don't usually get caught up in traffic. For some reason, I never get mad at traffic. I don't know why. That's one thing that doesn't get me mad. Doesn't bother me. But we have to be aware and concerned about paper Christians. There's more of them everywhere. Just because your birth certificate says you're a Christian doesn't mean you're a Christian. That's not how it works. I once was watching a video a long time ago, and a woman said, I was born a Christian. Well, you're not. You can't be born a Christian. It doesn't work that way. Sorry. The Bible is very specific about that. Well, thank you again. I didn't want to make this too long. I could go on and on, but I appreciate your watching this video, as usual. And by the way, thank you for the subscribers that I have out there. I have 34 subscribers, and thank you. I'm very happy and blessed with every one of them. Some may be liking what I say, and some might just be following me to mock me. That's what my son said. He goes, some people troll people, like, to mock them, whatever. Well, I really should make this video short since I'm coughing. But I'm thankful for everyone, and I truly mean that. And thank you. I appreciate it. And as always, God bless and have an awesome day.